In this video, I'm going to be decluttering some face products like foundations and concealers. So the first product I have here is one of my Hard Candy Glamouflage concealers. This is one of my favorite concealers ever. I actually bought this one quite a while ago, but it's just taken me so long to get through my other tube. But I'm definitely going to be hanging on to this one. Another product I really like from Hard Candy, this is the Pigment Mix-In Drops. This one is in the color, I think, Fair 1. And I really like these as well. It's kind of like a cheaper alternative to the Cover FX foundation drops. I think this was probably around maybe $7 or $8 from Walmart, but I like to use these to mix into foundations that are a little bit too dark for me, so I'm definitely going to be keeping this one, and it's almost out as well. One product I think I'm going to declutter is this concealer from Apu. This is the Cushion Talk Concealer. I showed this in my Korean Beauty That's Not Worth the Hype video, so yeah, this one's just kind of a letdown concealer. It's very small, kind of bizarre too, so that one I think I will pass along. Next I have this concealer. This is from Mary Kay. It's called the Full Coverage Concealer. I think this is actually my mom's. I don't know how it got in here, and it's also quite an old product, but I just tested it and it still looks fine and everything. It's actually a really nice concealer. It's really full coverage as the name would suggest, but I think this is my mom's because it's quite a bit too dark for me, so that one I'm going to give back to her. Next I have this little sample. This is the Naked Skin Beauty Balm from Urban Decay. I think I will hang on to this just in case if I ever do another like sample makeup challenge, but I feel like I could use that up in like maybe two tries or 2 uses, so that can stay. This I've been meaning to throw away forever. I don't know how I keep forgetting to throw this away. This was a sample of the Estee Edit Beauty Balm or BB cream, whatever it's called. This literally smelled like mold when I first opened it. It kind of smelled like if you leave like your clothes in the washer too long, so I'm definitely not putting that on my face, and I'm not giving that to anyone because that's just gross and that needs to get thrown away. So this time I'm finally going to throw it away. Next I have this concealer from Etude House. This is called the Big Cover Concealer BB. This is actually the one that I am currently using, so I'm going to be keeping this one, and I'm going to put this back in my makeup bag. But yeah, I really like this one. It has a large doe foot applicator. Like, it's actually quite large. Like Emily Noel would call that a buck foot applicator, but I really like this one, and it was not too expensive. I think I probably paid less than $10 for it from Rose Shop or Sweet Korea. Next I have 2 of the e.l.f. Daily Moisture Sticks. Again, I don't know if they still sell these. I feel like e.l.f. has a really quick turnover with their products. Sometimes they'll come out with a lot of new products, but then they will discontinue them really quickly, so I don't know if this is still available or not. I have 2 of them. I think I'm going to actually declutter this one. I think it's almost empty anyway, but basically it's just like this clear stick balm, and it's supposed to moisturize your skin. I remember liking a lot when I consistently used it maybe about a year or 2 ago, but I just haven't used it any time recently. But I think I'll get rid of this one since it's pretty much empty anyway, and I'll hang on to the other one just for a little bit longer and see if I like it again, and if I don't, then I will declutter that one. This is another e.l.f. primer. This is the Mineral Face Primer, and it kind of has this like peachy kind of glow to it, but instead of it being like a really fine kind of like shimmer or sheen, it kind of has this like gold flaky kind of texture in it that I'm not a huge fan of, so this is going to be decluttered. I kept this for a long time and I kept giving it more chances to see if I like it or see if I can make it work, but this is just one of those products that I just really didn't like how this looked on my skin, so that one is gonna go. Then these last 3 products I have here are all cushion foundations. This first one is by Apu. This is the Air Fit cushion. I have videos on all 3 of these cushions on my channel if you're interested in seeing those. This next one is the Etude House Any Cushion, and then the final one I have here is my most recent one. This is the Misha Magic Cushion Moisture. I'm not a huge fan of cushion foundations. I will use them from time to time, but they're just not my preferred types of foundations. But I will be keeping all of these because I don't want like the products to go to waste. This is just one of the little refill packs for the Misha cushion, so I just have that in here as well. But I will be keeping all of these for like reference and stuff, and maybe I'll eventually use them up. but I really love the compact of this one. The actual interior cap is a lot different. Instead of having like a cushion, it has like a mesh that the product comes through, which I really like. And I wonder if there's a way that I can use other cushions with this one, because I don't love the formula of this foundation, but again, the packaging of it, the actual like mesh is really nice. So I'm gonna hang on to all three of those and see if I use them more in the future. So out of that drawer, I am decluttering 5 products. So this next drawer here, I have a lot of foundations. I didn't even realize it until recently that I have so many foundations. So these first few here, this one's almost empty as well. I probably have about one more use of this. This is the Skin 79 Super BB. I really like this one, so that one's gonna stay. I'm actually gonna throw that one in my makeup bag just so I can use that one up and finally be done with it. This is very similar. It's another BB cream, same brand. This one's just the gold version. To be honest, I don't know what the difference is. I find that the colors to be exactly the same. Even the formula seems pretty much the same to me. Maybe there is some sort of ingredient in it that's different. I'm not quite sure, but I like both of these. So that one is just like a little sample one, so I'll be keeping that. This is actually one of my all-time favorite foundations. It's super inexpensive. It's from e.l.f. It's the Acne Fighting Foundation. This one I'm also going to throw in my makeup bag. That way, if I'm ever like traveling, that way I have a tried and true foundation with me. One tip I have if you are trying to use up products, even if you don't like them, is to take them when you go traveling. That way you kind of are forced to use that product. So that's something that I like to do, but I always like to have like a good product as a backup just in case. So that one's going to go into my makeup bag. These next two foundations are from Wet n Wild. These are the Photo Focus foundations. I actually really like these. I have 2 colors. One is Rose Ivory and the other is Shell Ivory. I ordered these online and I didn't know what color I wanted, so I kind of got 2 of them. They're very, very similar. I think the Rose Ivory is just slightly more pink toned, and I think Shell Ivory is just a tad bit more neutral. These remind me a lot of the Revlon Photo Finish foundation. I used to love that one so much, but that one is getting so expensive now. Like some places it's like $16 for that, so I find that this is a pretty good dupe for that, and it costs a lot less. This is a foundation that I got on sale from Marshall's. I kind of got excited because it was like a more expensive brand and it was like really cheap. It's probably like $11 for this foundation. This is the Stila Illuminating Liquid Foundation, and to be completely honest, I'm not a huge fan of this one. It kind of had an interesting scent to it, kind of like mothballs, which I wasn't a huge fan of, and then the color just wasn't that great. But again, I don't want to get rid of this because it's still a usable foundation, and I think it might have been just a tiny bit light for me, so I might mix that in with other foundations, but for now that will be staying. This next foundation is from Maybelline. This is one of the Fit Me ones. This is the Dewy and Smooth color foundation. This is another one I'm not a huge fan of, but again, one that I will make an effort to use up, so that one can stay. This is an e.l.f. foundation. It's the Flawless Finish foundation. This used to be one of my favorites, but I'm not really a huge fan of this one anymore. This one's in the color Porcelain, but I think that that is just super dark for porcelain color. I don't know if this is like a mislabeled one, but that color is just way too dark, and I think that this one's almost completely gone anyway, so that one can go. Another foundation I was not a huge fan of, this is the L'Oreal Paris Magic Nude Liquid Powder. This was one that has a consistency of like really thin water, and then when you apply it to your skin, it kind of turns to like a powder kind of finish. I definitely don't like this foundation. This one, I don't even know if they still sell this anymore. I think this was like $14 when I bought it as well, but not a huge fan of this one. But one thing that I will use this for is applying under my eyes after I've kind of like already done my foundation and my eyeshadow, and if I have a little bit of fallout, I kind of use this to clean it up. So that's how I'm using that to get rid of it, but as far as foundation, I do not like it. Another foundation that I actually really love the formula of, this is a Physicians Formula foundation. I don't know what this one's called, but this one I think was like $13 or $14. I really like the actual foundation. It's really nice. It has very cute packaging, but this is the lightest color and it was super dark for me. So that one I will keep because I do have those mix-in drops that I like to use. But this one, I just wish they had a much better shade range because the formula of this one I really loved. It had a little bit more of a moisturizing feeling. And then the last foundation I have in this drawer is another Korean one. This is from 3CE Pink Boutique. Tea Cream Full Foundation. This one I've only used like once or twice, and I meant to do a review on it, so I'm gonna hang on to that, and maybe eventually I will get around to reviewing that one as well. So surprisingly, only one foundation is being decluttered from this drawer. But again, like I said, I'm not trying to just throw things away, so I just want to kind of make room for other things and remind myself of what I have. So the last drawer I'm gonna get through today is some more foundations. I think I'll be able to declutter a few more things from this one. So these first four are all miniature samples. So these I'm gonna also throw into my makeup bag so I can use these up. I have two of the Makeup Forever HD foundations. I have one from Josie Maran. This is the Vibrancy foundation, and then I have a mini Cover FX. This one's actually a little bit dark for me, but again, I will throw these in my makeup bag so I can hopefully use those up. Next, I have four of the Up-You Base Maker foundations. I kind of went crazy with these. I actually bought one and I really liked it. So then I ordered two more and they accidentally like threw in a third one. So I have four of these. I haven't used this in quite a while, but I remember I liked it. So I'm gonna have to give this one a go again. But of course, I do not want to get rid of these. So those are gonna stay. These are two foundations that are basically completely used up, and I don't know why they're still in my collection. This first one is from the brand Lacura Beauty. This one is so random. I definitely have had this one for a long time. I think I got this from the grocery store Aldi's. So yeah, that one's going to be decluttered, and then I'm also going to be decluttering the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous foundation. I actually really liked this one, but I just have so many other foundations. I never really felt the need to rebuy this one, but I did like it, but those two can go. Next, I have the CoverGirl Nature Luxe foundation. I don't really like this one that much either, but this one's still usable. I got this like on discount from some random store. I don't even know where, but that one can stay. This is another Korean foundation. This one's from the brand Up-You. It's called the Air Fit Nude Foundation Moisture. This is another one of those kind of like dropper bottle foundations. I meant to review this one as well quite a while ago, but I never got around to it, so I'm gonna hang on to that one, and hopefully I will make a review on this one. This next one is a BB cream by e.l.f. This is one that's almost gone. I probably have like maybe one or two more uses of this one, so that one I'm going to throw in my makeup bag so I can hurry up and finish this one off. I don't know if they still sell this, and I wasn't a huge fan of this one either. It was okay. I liked this a lot more in the summer whenever I would go on walks and stuff because it had sunscreen in it, had a little bit of color, and it was overall not too heavy, but I'm not a huge fan of this one. It really is just kind of like a tinted moisturizer rather than like a full-on foundation, so I would say skip on this. This is another foundation that I really don't like, but I still keep because I can use it for the lightness of this. This is the Hard Candy Glamouflage foundation. I thought I'd really like this because I love the concealer so much. However, I don't really care for this one. This one is super light though, so if you need a light foundation, you might want to try this one if you want something a little bit more full coverage. I just didn't really enjoy the finish of this one too much. It looked a little bit too dry on my skin, but again, I do keep it for mixing with darker foundations. These two are the old packaging of the BH Cosmetics Liquid Foundation. I kind of liked these when I first got them, but then the more I tried them, I wasn't as much of a fan of these. I think these are almost gone. I probably have like a couple uses of these left, so I will keep those two just so I can finish them up and get rid of those. This is the e.l.f. Moisturizing Foundation stick. I don't know why I thought I would like this. I've tried foundation sticks before in the past, but I've just never really liked them. I feel like they work better for people who have like oilier skin, both dry skin. I just don't enjoy that too much, so this one's going to be decluttered. And a similar thing with this one. This is from CoverGirl. This is the Clean Whipped Cream Foundation. Another one that I don't know why I got this. I don't know why I thought this cream foundation would work for drier skin. Although it's against my better judgment, I am going to keep this one as well, but I don't know. I feel like I should get rid of it, but maybe I'll give it another try, and if I don't like it, I'll get rid of it. And so from that drawer, I am getting rid of 3 foundations. And finally, I have these 4 BB creams that I will be reviewing soon. I have 3. The top 3 are from the Sem, and then this bottom one is from Misha. So those are my new ones that I'm obviously not going to get rid of, but I'm going to put those in my other area for testing and reviewing, so those are all going to stay as well. So unfortunately, I'm only decluttering 10 products from this entire video. I feel like I could have done better, but again, again, I don't want to just throw things away for the sake of throwing them away, so I'm going to get rid of the things that are all used up and the things that just need to get thrown away. But then I have a couple items here that I will also pass along to some friends. So that is it for this decluttering video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, link is below. And until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.